Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. We are already halfway through 2024. I had a couple people request my favorite pickups of this year so far, so today that's what I want to get into. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at my top 10 pickups of 2024 so far. I had a very difficult time narrowing it down to 10 pair. I'll probably throw some honorable mention pairs in there as well. Just some of the pairs that were right by this final pile. And also know some of these are probably interchangeable with some of those honorable mentions, just depending on how I feel for that day. The first honorable mention I should make note of is the pair that I'm wearing right now. I'll get you a quick look at them. This is my first pair of Zoom Vomero 5s. I think they call this color Lakeside Blue, but I wore these a ton while I was at the beach, and this is probably my most worn pair of the summer so far. I love the style and I love how comfortable they are, so this is definitely an honorable mention. And like I said, I've worn this pair more than any other pair this summer. Just got started and I'm already getting to honorable mentions. I'm going to try to hurry through this list. I already have full reviews of all these pairs, so check them out on the channel if you're interested. I want to get through this quickly so my camera doesn't overheat and so that I don't melt. So let's get to the top 10. Okay, the first pair on my top 10 list is actually my favorite SB Dunk to drop this year. This is the Big Money Savings SB Dunk Low. And I actually didn't even try for these the first time that they dropped, but then as I got to see people's reviews and see more detailed looks at them and everything, I was really kicking myself for letting this one pass me by. Fortunately for me, I was able to get my own size on a restock that they did on the sneakers app, but I think the style on these is just phenomenal. I love the colors. I like all the different textures and materials that they used. These came out absolutely beautiful in my opinion. They're really unique, but at the same time, they're really easy to wear. And I'm just very, very into this pair of kicks. So the first pair on my top 10 list is my favorite SB Dunk Low of the year, and that is the Big Money Savings SB Dunk Low. All right, next up, we'll stay with another skateboarding type shoe. This is the New Balance Numeric 480. The Numeric series is basically New Balance's skateboard line, so it's like their SB. This pair in particular is actually a three-way collaboration with New Balance, 303 Boards, and the artist Jeremy Fish. He's an artist from out in California, I believe, but he's most well known for his character, the Silly Pink Bunnies. All over the shoe you see SPB and also 303. And again, that's just a nod to that three-way collab. I love the materials on here. I love the colors on here, and the details just go crazy on these things. One other thing that really makes me love this pair is just how comfortable they are on feet. They're very snug, but not in a bad way. I think these things have great cushioning and they're very comfortable for extended wear. I love the style of these, and I just like that it's something different. So even though these aren't really popular, some people told me that they actually got these on sale. But even though these aren't hyped up, these definitely make my top 10 list of 2024 so far. And up next, we have the Mita Kobe 8 Protro. They've been doing this Mita series in honor of Kobe's daughter Gigi, but the colors are to match her basketball jersey and everything. It says Gigi on the back and it's got the number 2. I have gone after every Mita release so far and I've struck out. I think this is the only pair that is on my list today that I actually paid resale for, but I just really love the design of these. I love that these are paying tribute to Gianna. I think the colors are really cool. I think that butterfly print all over the upper looks really neat. I really wanted to have my own pair of Mita Kobe's, and I knew based on previous releases, if I didn't grab these soon, then before too long they'll probably be out of my price range. I think these are beautiful, and I'm very happy to have these in the collection. Even though I had to pay resale, this is definitely one of my favorite pickups of 2024 so far. Before I get to the next pair, I should also give some honorable mentions to the Girl Dad Kobe 4. I have those inside, but I just prefer these Mambacitas just by a little bit. But I also got my first pair of Kobe 4s, which is the Gift of Mamba, and I absolutely love that pair. I've been wearing them a good bit. I can't get over how comfortable they are, and I really like the style of them. So those are two other pairs of Kobe's that almost made the list, but those Mambacita Kobe 8s are my favorite Kobe that I picked up this year so far. All right, next up we have a pair that I was really looking forward to. I was really pumped that we were getting these again. This is actually the exact same shoe that I have for my golf spikes, and every time I would wear them on the golf course, I would just look at my feet and think, if these ever come out in just a regular shoe, I have got to get them. And to my surprise, these were so easy to get. This, of course, is the Jordan 1 Low OG in the Shadow colorway. This colorway was one of the original colorways of the Jordan 1 High. I'm not sure how many times they've done it on the Jordan 1 Low. However, I think it looks phenomenal on this silhouette. I think these colors make it really easy to wear with just about anything, and I think you can still get these for way below retail. I think this is one of the best bargain sneakers that you can pick up right now. A lot of people might be turned off by the fact that you can get them on sale and get them for way under retail, but that doesn't change the fact that this is absolutely one of my favorite pickups of 2024 so far. All right, next up we have one of my favorite New Balances in my entire collection. This is a 990 V4, so this is one of the made in USA New Balances, but these colors, in my opinion, are just absolutely perfect. The whole base is a really nice grayish blue mesh, and all these overlays have an extremely premium feel. I love the black midsole on here. I just think the style of these is a 10 out of 10 in my book. I think these things are incredible. These actually sat for a little while. They were released with a white and green pair of 990 V4s at the same time. Both pairs were available for a good bit, but then all of a sudden they disappeared, and now I think these are actually becoming a little bit sought after. I think they call these the Arctic Gray and Black 990 V4s. This is definitely an elevated pair of New Balances, and I think this style is next level. The overall style, the quality of materials, and just the premium look of these things definitely earns them a spot on my top 10 pickups of 2024 so far. Okay, going back to the Jordan brand, and another pair that really didn't get too much praise or recognition or anything. This is the Jordan 3 Craft Ivory. I think these are pretty much available across the board for below retail, but I think this is a very, very premium looking shoe. I love the colors on these. I like the materials, and they're just different than all the 3s that I have in my collection. I really love that detail on the heel where you can see the Nike Air as well as a Jumpman over top of it. And I really like that yellowed rubber that we have for the outsole, as well as these accents. I think this pair is good on so many levels, and the fact that you can get them for less than retail, I think just makes it an added bonus. I think this is one of the best GR Jordan 3s that we've seen in a while, and I definitely think this pair has earned a spot on my top 10 list. Since we just looked at a Jordan Retro, I should mention one pair that I kept teetering on putting in my top 10 list was the Jordan 11 Low Space Jams. When you tie in the nostalgia and all that kind of stuff, if it would have been a pair of highs, they definitely would have made my top 10 list. However, since they're lows, I just don't wear Jordan 11 lows that much. I've still got them in there. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna wear those Craft Ivory Jordan 3s more than what I'll wear the Space Jam 11 lows. That being said, I absolutely love that pair, and I'm glad to have them in my collection. All right, the next pair on my top 10 list is once again another bargain. You can get these for next to nothing right now. I've seen these on sale online, but I've also seen them on the resale market for like around $100. I think retail price of these was $160 US. This, of course, is the Air Max 186 OG, or the Big Bubbles as some people call them. These came in extended women's sizing because when this royal blue colorway first dropped, they released it in women's sizing. So to stay true to the OG, they did this in women's sizing. However, it is extended, so it goes up and the Bigfoot gang can grab this pair as well. These have such a classic style. I've worn these a couple of times and I'm always surprised by how comfortable Air Max 1s are, especially these Big Bubble pairs. I've really found these to be comfortable on my feet. I just love the classic look. They're just so clean and they remind me of childhood. So getting this OG again this year, even though it's not hyped up and even though you can get these on sale, this is absolutely one of my favorite pairs that I've picked up this year. All right, we got 3 pairs left. I figure I might as well get to what is probably the most hyped up pair on my list. I was really surprised whenever these dropped, I was able to get this black pair and the white pair for retail, both off of the sneakers app. Initially, I really thought that I preferred the white pair just because I do gravitate more towards white shoes than I do for black shoes. But I think I really like this contrast on the side. So you can see that flea on one side, it's very bold. Then on the other side, just like the up tempos have, it says air going up the side of it. And the white pair, I think, instead of saying flea, it says sun. These dropped a couple of years ago in the white and black colorway, and I went after them then and struck out everywhere. I really wanted them then, but the prices of them went crazy immediately. Then this time when they dropped, at first it seemed like people weren't really into them and people were kind of turning up their nose to them and everything. But now once again, I think these are becoming pretty sought after, and on the resale market, they're kind of going crazy. I was really surprised whenever I looked. This is a size 10.5, and I think these are going for around $500 right now. But I really like how unique these are. I know I don't tend to gravitate towards black shoes, and like I said, I have the white pair as well, but the more I look at these, the more I appreciate that giant flea on the side, and I know that's not for everybody. I really like how bold they are. As far as CPFM collabs go, I think this is one of the most wearable pairs that there are, and I'm very glad to have this black pair in my collection, and I would give an honorable mention to the white CPFM Air Force ones as well. All right, so 8 pairs down. That brings us to our last 2 pairs, and I might as well just do these at the same time because these are all the same silhouette. We've got the leather bread Jordan 4s and we've got the military blue Jordan 4s. I told so many people before these came out that I was looking forward to these more than what I was looking forward to the breads. I do prefer this colorway over the bread colorway. Like I already said, I tend to gravitate more towards lighter colored shoes than black shoes. Blue is my favorite color, and this is probably my favorite colorway that there is for a Jordan 4. The Jordan 1 and the Jordan 4 remain my favorite silhouette, and this is without a doubt my favorite colorway on this silhouette. While I love these colors and I was able to mix and match and put myself together 2 perfect pairs of these, they did have a lot of QC issues. Not on all pairs, but the first pair that I had a really big glue stain and it was just kind of sloppy looking. That being said, this is absolutely one of my favorite pickups of the year. I do wish that materials on this pair would have been on par with the materials on this pair, because even though I don't like this colorway as much as the military blue colorway, these shoes are premium in every way, shape, and form. The Jordan brand just knocked these out of the park. This leather is really good for what we're used to getting on Jordan retros, and they just came out so clean. Like, I have 2 pairs of these and I couldn't find one QC issue on either pair. I wish the Jordan brand always put this kind of effort into every release. If the military blue 4s would have had this kind of material and been this clean, then I would say it was the best Jordan 4 release of the year. But because these were just done so well, I think I like these just as much as the military blue 4s. So let me know which pair of Jordan 4s you prefer, whether it's the bread 4s or if you prefer the military blue 4s. Both colorways are just absolute classics in one of the most sought after Jordan silhouettes that there are. I definitely prefer this colorway, but I think these were done so well. I think this was one of the best Jordan releases that we've seen in recent years. So anyhow, the military blue Jordan 4 and the leather bread Jordan 4 are the last two pairs on my top 10 pickups of 2024. Two other pairs that get an honorable mention, the Jordan 4 Vivid Sulfur. I've been wearing those a ton. Those are really comfortable and I love the color blocking on them, but they only did those in women's sizing, so I didn't feel right putting them on my list because Bigfoot Gang can't wear them. And then another Jordan retro that they did in only women's sizing is the Lattes. I think that pair is phenomenal. If that would have been full family sizing, then I would have had that pair on this top 10 list as well. But since Bigfoot Gang can't wear them, I didn't feel right putting them on my list. Let me know what your favorite pickups of 2024 have been so far. Let me know what pair you're looking forward to the most to close out 2024. I appreciate y'all watching. I am so thankful for your support. Let me know what you think of my picks and let me know what your picks are. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.